Saxon Course 2, Lesson 44, Division Answers. Now there's three ways we can write a division answer. We can write it with a remainder, with a mixed number, or write it as a decimal. So if I have 54 divided by 4, okay, 4 goes into 5 once, that's 4. Subtract, we have 1, bring down the 4. 4 goes into 14 3 times, that's 12, and I have 2 left over. So for A, to write this as with a remainder, it's going to be 13 remainder 2. For B, to write it as a mixed number, it's going to be 13 and 2 fourths, which reduces down to 13 and 1/2. Okay. And then on the last one, to write it as a decimal, that means I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to add a decimal point and a 0. Bring the 0 down. Make sure to put that decimal point straight up. Okay. So 4 goes into 20 5 times, which is 20. So as a decimal, my answer is going to be 13.5. Now with real world questions, you will have to use these differently. So this one I want to divide 37.4 by 9 and then round it to the nearest thousands. So this one I need to have it in a decimal place. Have a decimal form. So it'll be 37.4 divided by 9. Okay. 9 goes into 37 4 times, that's 36. Subtract 1, bring down the 4. Make sure that decimal point is straight up. 9 goes into 4 once, that's 9. We have 5 left over, add a 0, bring it down, 50. 9 goes into 55 times, that's 45. Subtract it, 5 left over, add an arrow 0, bring it down. Okay, as you can see, I'm starting to repeat myself. 50 and 50. So that means I'm going to have 0.555, and it's going to keep going. So to round it to the nearest thousandth, my thousandth is this 5 here. I look at the next number, 5. It tells me to round up. So it's going to be 0.156. In this one, we have vans will be used to transport 27 students on a field trip. Each van can carry 6 students. So A wants to know how many vans can be filled. So we have 27 divided by 6. And I end up with a couple of different answers, depending on what form of remainder I use. So it'll either be 4 remainder 3, 4 and 1/2, or 4.5 are the answers I can get. So the first question asks, how many vans can be filled? And that means filled all the way. So I know that 4 vans will be filled. I'll have 3 students left over. How many vans will be needed? Well, we want all 27 students to come on this field trip. We don't want to leave anyone out. So since I have a remainder, that means I'm going to need an extra van. So I'm going to need 5 vans to carry all the students, even though only 4 of them will be filled. So if all but 1 van will be full, then how many students will be in the van that will not be full? And that's going to be your remainder. You're going to use the remainder because you cannot have half a student. You can't have 0.5 of a student. Okay, so there will be 3 students in that final van that's not full. Okay, and that's it for this lesson.